What's up guys, my name is Joe and welcome to the last YouTube video of mine ever here in the UK. In fact, while you're watching this, I would have just moved to Los Angeles. Exciting times, I'm guessing. I mean, this is kind of in the past, but you're watching it in the future. If you missed the video where I'm talking about that, you can check it up right up here as to why we're moving to LA. But yeah, I mean, this is the last time you're gonna be seeing this set. So let's go ahead and get into this. Zac Efron is the fourth celebrity we're taking a look at in the worst to best hairstyle series. If you've missed any of the previous one, I've got a playlist up here where you can check out all the episodes. Still got a little bit of a cold, by the way. I'm not sure if that's coming through. But compared to the last three celebrities we've talked about, Zac Efron really hasn't had a lot of questionable hairstyles. In fact, most of them have been pretty cool. Of course, it makes sense to start from the beginning when Zac first became mainstream with High School Musical. The longer swoopy fringe look was Zac's first noticeable hairstyle that he rocked from 2006 to 2009. Although nowadays considered a fairly outdated hairstyle, it was a solid choice during this time period. Other noticeable celebrities who rocked a similar hairstyle during this time is of course Justin Bieber. Now I don't know if it's just me, but I remember watching 17 again in 2009 and thought Zac always looked so cool in this specific scene with that swoopy hairstyle. I mean, anyone else, or is that just me? Now, pretty much every other hairstyle that Zac has rocked after the swoopy hairstyle has been some form of volumized hairstyle, with one exception, which we'll get to in a bit. There's only two hairstyles of his that I have some form of criticism towards, and the first one is the spiky look, which, I mean, it's a great hairstyle in itself. It's just overdone with the hair gel. Look, all right, I get it. We've all been through that hair gel phase. But at this point, most of us here watching the BluMaan channel know that gel isn't the greatest hairstyling product choice, often making your hair look kind of crispy and just pretty unnatural. Plastic, it's always the word I use to describe gel. The second hairstyle follows closely behind this one, and that's Zac Efron's fauxhawks stage. Some of the stage was styled with gel, which you can clearly see here, and some of this looks a little bit more natural. That said, we've seen Zac's hairstyling capabilities, and although the fauxhawk is a great look for some, there's definitely styles that Zac has gone for that are much more suiting. Moving on from there, we've got the one hairstyle that every male celebrity seems to love to try at least once in their life, and that is some form of really short hairstyle. In Zac's case, the crew cut. Now, even though I'm personally on that volumized hype train, I could appreciate the subtle style of a shorter haircut. It's a great option for guys who like minimal effort when it comes to hairstyling. That said, this hairstyle seems to round out Zac's face quite a bit and really seems to take away from his facial structure. I don't know, it almost looks like he's put on a bit of weight. But what do you think? Is it a clean hairstyle or a bit of a face changer? Everything else on this list, in my opinion, are solid hairstyle choices. The first is the understated side part. And that's the other interesting thing about Zac's hairstyle choices. He's never really gone for just a straight up undercut with that short back and sides, at least not too short, unlike most of the guys, and especially celebrities, have tried. Instead, he has a fairly even length all around with a messy side part. It looks subtle yet styled, and it's a decent option to go for. From there, you've got probably his most recognizable looks, and that's different variations of the modern quiff. There's two main quiffs that I found that Zac typically rocks, and that's the forward quiff and the backwards quiff. Backwards? You know, like swoop, you know, like going back. Like this-ish. When his hair's a little longer, he goes for the pushback quiff with a little bit of volume. Again, keeping a good amount of length on the sides. He just doesn't seem to be a huge fan of the undercut. I think it's a great look, and by keeping the longer length at the sides, it creates more of a gentleman's appearance as opposed to the harsh contrast of a typical undercut. I mean, that said, y'all know that I love my undercuts. Then you've got the slightly shorter forward quiff with tons of texture. This look is my personal favorite, not only because of the added texture, but in my opinion, this helps to bring out Zac's facial features the most. There's a level of subtle aggression that I just don't get as much from the other hairstyles. And when I go for shorter hairstyles, the shorter forward quiff is my go-to as well. Not what I have right now. Now, I've said repeatedly at this point that Zac hasn't gone for the undercut, which is still true, but the closest that he's gotten is to the slick back, the modern slick back look from Baywatch. Some might consider this an undercut. To me, there's still too much blending between the sides and the top to consider a true undercut, matched with the length on the sides as well. That said, I mean, this is really just a slight variation from the previous few hairstyles we've talked about. I think it's a solid look, but there's something about the way that pushback hairstyles look on Zac that still make me lean towards the forward textured quiff. But what do you guys think? Am I just crazy? What's your favorite Zac hairstyle that he's rocked. And finally, taking a look at Zac today, he seems to be going for that alpha manly man look because he's got a pretty serious beard going on, which I mean, hey, you know, that's cool. If I could grow a beard, I would definitely try this out at least once. A little bit jealous. Definitely limited in my beard growing abilities. I think the beard makes him look completely different. Definitely the most mature and grown up Zac has ever looked. It really changes his overall aesthetic. Like, it's crazy that this person is the same person as this person, just over 10 years apart. With that said, who are you watching this? Drop your name, your contacts, your credit card number down below. The back side that shows the pin, you know, the security pin, expiration date, social security number, all of that good stuff. But which hairstyle is your favorite? I'd also like to know that, you know, but answer both questions, please. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe to the newsletter, which is in the description of this video for a chance to win monthly free BluMaan products given away. Them on the monthly, it's still happening. Appreciate you guys. Click that thumbs up if you enjoyed. Drop your, you know, all right, I'm gonna drop the joke. Thanks for watching. I'll see everybody next time. Seriously though, credit card numbers down below.